Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started. The Formula One world is abuzz this Friday with significant developments inside Red Bull Racing. If you want to stay fully updated on everything that happens both on and off the track, make sure you're subscribed to Grand Prix and have notifications turned on. And if you enjoy our direct, no-fluff updates, hit the like button. It really helps us keep the content flowing. Now, let's get into the latest. A few days ago, reports began circulating about Red Bull Racing Team principal Christian Horner potentially stepping down or being replaced in the near future. These rumors have now gained even more traction. According to multiple sources, including Planet F1 and Formula Passion, the Thai ownership side of Red Bull, who holds significant power within the company, is growing increasingly dissatisfied. Their concerns center around 3 main points: a noticeable drop in on-track performance, the very real risk of losing star driver Max Verstappen, and lingering controversies surrounding Horner himself. For a while, Horner's position appeared secure, largely because of Red Bull's dominance in recent seasons. But with results slipping and Verstappen openly questioning the team's direction, patience seems to be wearing thin. The internal tension has reportedly sparked a re-evaluation of Red Bull's leadership structure at the highest level. Just last week, some rumors even suggested that former Alpine boss Otmar Szafnauer, mistakenly cited in earlier reports as Oliver Wakes, was in talks to take over, though these were quickly dismissed. However, a new candidate has now emerged: Franz Tost, former team principal of AlphaTauri. Tost is no stranger to the Red Bull ecosystem. He spent years managing Red Bull's sister team and is deeply respected within the F1 paddock. He also has strong ties to both the Austrian and Thai sides of Red Bull's leadership, and perhaps most importantly, he knows the internal politics of the company intimately. Ironically, Tost left AlphaTauri after a reported falling out with Christian Horner. While nothing has been officially confirmed, Formula Passion claims that high-level conversations are taking place in Austria this week about Tost stepping into Horner's role. Given his long-standing relationship with Red Bull's senior executives, his Austrian nationality, and his reputation for discipline and leadership, Tost could very well be a stabilizing force if Red Bull opts for change. If this leadership shakeup does happen, it could mark a major turning point in Red Bull's recent history. With Max Verstappen's future still uncertain and rivals like McLaren and Ferrari gaining ground, the pressure is mounting for swift, decisive action. As always, here at Grand Prix, we'll bring you updates the moment they happen. But for now, we want to hear from you. Would Franz Tost be the right replacement for Christian Horner? Or do you think someone else should take over the reins at Red Bull Racing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned for more updates, every day, every race, here at Grand Prix. Hey race fans, welcome back to Grand Prix, your daily hub for fast, direct, and in-depth coverage of everything happening in Formula One. If you don't want to miss a single twist in this dramatic season, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Now let's get into one of the most talked about stories in the paddock: the domino effect that could reshape the 2026 F1 grid, starting with Max Verstappen. In recent weeks, rumors surrounding Verstappen's future have taken center stage. Will he stay at Red Bull, or is a move on the horizon? According to several sources, Verstappen is seriously reconsidering his position within the team. The issue? A growing lack of confidence in Red Bull's engineering team and doubts about their ability to produce a competitive car for the new regulations in 2026. The Imola Grand Prix is shaping up to be a pivotal moment. Red Bull is preparing to unveil a major upgrade package, which they claim will bring their performance level back in line with McLaren. But if these upgrades fall short, insiders say Verstappen may officially begin exploring options outside Red Bull. And once Verstappen makes a move, the entire driver market could shift dramatically. Mercedes, aware of the growing tension, is one of the top teams looking to lure Verstappen away. They believe their upcoming power unit could be the strongest under the new regulations, and pairing that with Verstappen could reignite their championship hopes. But there's competition. Aston Martin, backed by the legendary designer Adrian Newey, is reportedly Verstappen's preferred destination should he leave Red Bull. Here's where things get even more interesting. If Verstappen does jump ship, Red Bull will need a proven, elite-level replacement. And the name at the top of their list? George Russell. Yes, the current Mercedes driver. According to reports from last week, Russell has already had informal discussions with Red Bull, not to sign a deal, but to feel out the opportunity and express openness to a future move. Naturally, Mercedes isn't taking any chances. While they hope to land Verstappen if Russell leaves, they are also preparing for the possibility that both Verstappen stays at Red Bull and Russell departs. According to a new report from the race, Mercedes has quietly begun early talks with none other than Sergio Pérez. The logic is clear. Pérez is currently a free agent for 2026, meaning Mercedes wouldn't need to negotiate a buyout. He's known for being a team player, brings a wealth of experience, and has a strong technical understanding, traits that team boss Toto Wolff values highly, especially for a car entering a new regulatory era. Also still on the radar is Valtteri Bottas, Mercedes' former driver and current reserve, who is reportedly under consideration as a fallback. However, both Pérez and Bottas are also being eyed by Cadillac, a new entry into F1 that plans to debut in 2026. With competition heating up, Mercedes is casting a wide net to ensure they don't get caught empty-handed. All of this brings us back to one central question. What will Max Verstappen decide? If Red Bull's upgrades in Imola underperform, it could be the trigger for Verstappen to officially open talks with rival teams. If that happens, we could see a sudden and seismic shift across multiple lineups, including Mercedes, Aston Martin, and even Red Bull. So what do you think? Is Mercedes making the right call by keeping Pérez in their sights? Would he be a smart fit alongside someone like Antonelli, or even a returning Bottas? Or do you see someone else more deserving of that coveted silver seat? Let us know in the comments. And keep your eyes right here on Grand Prix. We'll be tracking every twist and turn of this wild driver market. Welcome back to Grand Prix, your daily destination for no-nonsense Formula One news. Today, we're diving into one of the hottest topics in the paddock, the uncertain future of Max Verstappen and how it's sending shockwaves through the driver market. If you're enjoying our updates, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. It helps us continue delivering the best F1 content daily. In recent weeks, the 2026 driver market has become the center of intense speculation. Everything currently revolves around one name, Max Verstappen. The reigning champion has yet to confirm if he will stay with Red Bull Racing beyond the current season, and his indecision is putting nearly every team and driver on edge. If Verstappen does decide to leave Red Bull, no seat on the grid is truly safe, even those already under contract. This includes Mercedes, a team reportedly eyeing Verstappen as a potential cornerstone for their post-Hamilton era. Red Bull, in turn, has shown interest in Mercedes driver George Russell as a possible replacement, creating a tangled web of uncertainty and negotiation. So what's triggering all this speculation now? Well, this weekend's Imola Grand Prix might be pivotal. Red Bull is set to introduce a massive upgrade package designed to bring their car back in line with, or even ahead of, the dominant McLaren. The team is banking on these updates to reignite their championship campaign and convince Verstappen that he still has the best chance of winning titles with them. But what if the upgrades don't deliver? According to multiple sources in the paddock, Verstappen could begin negotiating with rival teams immediately, exploring a potential exit to secure a more competitive seat for the 2026 season. Among those reportedly leading the chase is Aston Martin, where big names and big investments, including Adrian Newey, are building serious momentum behind the scenes. Adding fuel to the fire, Nelson Piquet Jr., brother of Verstappen's girlfriend Kelly Piquet, recently commented on the matter. Having previously provided reliable insights into Verstappen's situation, Piquet stated that Max won't make any career decisions during the 2025 season. Instead, he's expected to wait until the midpoint of 2026, once he can clearly evaluate the competitive landscape under the new regulations. He wants to see who's built the strongest car, who's struggling, and which team offers the best shot at long-term success under the rules that could define the next half-decade. According to Piquet, Verstappen will only announce his 2026 plans at the end of next season, keeping the rest of the grid guessing and potentially throwing the entire driver market into chaos. With so many contracts, strategies, and sponsorships depending on what Verstappen decides, a late announcement would create a domino effect across the paddock, leaving teams scrambling for last-minute deals. However, It's worth noting that other sources strongly suggest Verstappen may not wait that long. If Red Bull's Imola upgrades fail to deliver, some believe the Dutchman might secure a new deal before the end of 2025, kicking off the 2026 season with a new team and a fresh chapter in his already historic career. So what happens next? We'll be watching Red Bull's performance at Imola closely. If the car fails to meet expectations, the Verstappen saga could accelerate rapidly. Let us know in the comments. Should Max make the move now and start 2026 with a new team, or would it be wiser to wait and evaluate how the new regulations affect the grid before making a decision? Stay tuned to Grand Prix. We'll keep you updated every step of the way.